My webcam stopped? Stupid webcam.
It went to the buffering thing. Nope, there it is.
Alright, let's get going. We'll let Kelso join in when she shows up.
Okay.
If she shows up, it's okay. We can be at her store. She doesn't have to be here.
What, did Cynthia let us in while she was out with the kids?
Yeah, I think Cynthia is watching the store, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Do you want to turn on your webcam? Flip. You don't have to.
Sure. 1 second.
Okay.
I'm still kind of eating, but
oh, that's fine. You can leave it off if you're eating.
Yeah, I'll turn it back on. I mean, I'll turn it on when I'm done.
Okay.
It's just a piece of pizza.
Oh, sure. It's helpful just, so I can see you guys' mouth moving. It's so hard because, we're not in person. We can't tell when we're talking or when we're done talking. Webcams just help so much with that. All right, so we're going to start.
I didn't realize your version of the map had names. We don't see that.
You guys don't see the names?
No, because I was looking at the Twitch broadcast, and I see the names of all these things, and now
you probably put
I'm
them in
looking
the
at
GM
20
layer.
and don't see it.
They're not in the GM layer because you can see the tokens. They're definitely in the token layer.
I don't know. I don't know why, but I can't see them in Roll20. But I see them on the broadcast.
Do I have to literally tell each one that you're allowed to see the name? It says show name.
Highlight them all.
How about the carnival? You guys see the carnival now?
I see the carnival now.
Oh man, I have to do it for each one?
Can't you just group select them? Select them like drag?
No, because then the button goes away.
That's true.
Oh man. Anyway, these all have names. Except for the green icon. Somebody try and move the green icon around.
I can move this. Yep, okay. It moves.
You guys should be able to move the green icon, but not any of the other guys.
Okay. That seems right.
But the green icon tells us where the party is.
Yep.
So that's your guys' pointer to let me know where you want to go. Or where you think you are.
Yep. Makes sense. Okay. I kind of assume we start out at her shop.
Yeah. Alright, let's see what else we got here. So all the places in black are places you can go. And all the places are in red are places for faces we've created where your players don't know where that place is yet.
Okay.
So is Kelsey going to get here, by the way?
She said she would be, but I don't see her, so. I don't have a number for her, and if she's not here, it's probably because she's still recovering. Do any of the black icons not have a name?
The
No.
ship one. The one on the far right.
Okay, that one doesn't have a name.
The port. Okay, then I think everything has a name.
But you can't go there, that's just the ports.
Yeah, kind of, okay.
There's some mermaids down there.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just call it Mermaid Port or something. I call it Mermaid Hangout. I guess I can make that name public.
I was thinking something like the Siren's Call or like Siren's Port or something.
Yeah. It's not like it's a building or anything. It's literally they're in the water and they chill. They chill in the water. So that's where the mermaid face is if you want to talk to some random fairies.
Okay, sounds good.
The carnival is the Accorded Neutral Grounds. It's on a cruise ship.
Okay.
There's gambling there's a casino on the cruise ship and parties, and occasionally they'll sail around off the shore, but they'll never leave sight of the docks. But usually you can just walk on.
Sounds good.
So there's Thomas's apartment. I put him close to his college.
Wait.
Eurasia College.
So we have Thomas the White Vampire? God damn it.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Oh, I didn't
Don't mix the two up.
I didn't even know about the other one until later. Like, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
It's okay.
Not a problem.
It's done.
It's just funny, that's all.
Yeah. I put Axel's apartment down by the industry zone because I think that
less
social
desirable area of town.
securities, I think social services want you to get a job.
Okay.
So yeah, it is
Respectable
also
job.
the less desirable part of town, but it's also so, hey, there's jobs right outside. Why don't you get one?
Go grab one. Okay.
There's the pawn shop where I think it's Axel.
Yeah, I do job. I work out of there sometimes.
You can get jobs there.
Yep.
The verbatim concourse. I decided that the evil super tech firm would be verbatim. I don't know if you guys know what verbatim is, but it's an old company, a division of Mitsubishi that produces floppy disks and CDs.
Nice.
But in this world, it's been purchased by an American investor, and he's using the company.
He's using
for
their evil floppy disk technology.
Yeah, he's
Kelsa's
using their
online.
evil floppy disk technology. Really? Hooray! Kelsa.
She's online for you?
Oh yeah, she just got online on Skype. I got a notification.
Cool.
Nice.
Well, she can join when she's ready. So this is pronounced Raisha. And Raisha is a famous white court vampire who's also a lawyer. I'm not sure if he's alive or not. Thomas, do you think Raisha is alive?
No. He died 5 years ago.
Did he fight? Did he die in the Vampire War with the wizards? Or was it unrelated?
Yeah. He's a bit of a martyr figure, if that's okay.
So he's a white court vampire, and the war is between the red and the wizards. Why was he involved in the war? Do you have an idea?
I feel like, because there was already this growing political tension between the red and the white, he felt like, if he threw in weight behind the wizards, then that might help out the white court prospects in the town.
Cool. So just trying to keep the peace. Right. So the suzerain is where the bondage vampires live. And then there's all these red things. So I'm not going to tell you who is what. But some of these are the
Adam. Oh, there we go. Hi.
I'm here, guys.
Yay, you're alive.
You haven't done really anything, so you're okay.
Yeah, we're just talking about the map and stuff.
I do have a question. Who's Steve?
Steve is the swordfish outcast shapeshifter.
That's right. Okay.
He's a homeless guy. Steve will wander around the city.
I forgot all these names we came up with.
Let's go. Anyway, Steve will wander around, and
I'm gonna
right
have time
now
every
he's
time
really
he moves
close
again.
to the interstage. Yeah.
What's the crack again?
It's the battle place between the wizards and the Red Court, and now it's just kind of abandoned.
It's like this whole neighborhood got wrecked. I haven't decided what exactly the wizards or the Red Court did to create the crack, but I suspect offshore artillery bombardment was involved.
See, with the crack, I assumed it was a lot of Earth-focused magic, and there's just a bunch of fissures in the streets and shit. Like,
yeah, there's probably
entire buildings are like half fallen in and stuff.
But it's like the infrastructure of the city has been rebuilt, but none of the buildings have.
Okay.
It's like, remember after a building's been knocked down, there's all this rubble and dirt. It's like that, only they built Tent City on top of it instead of building actual buildings. Mainly because their city is in a state of economic decline.
So they don't have enough profit to build that back up yet.
Right, like there's so much abandoned buildings, and there's so much like empty real estate that they just said we're not going to rebuild it right now. But like some important things, like there's a train line that goes through it. There's a interstate. Some of the water facilities to the center of the city go through it, and those were all rebuilt.
Okay.
Let's see here.
What's that blue thing that's like way to the bottom?
Can you point
I think
at
it's just a line that's left over. Like,
Yeah, there's
a
no.
little smudge.
Okay.
Could you finger it?
Yeah.
It's just like scroll all the way down. It's just a blue dot.
Yeah, I think it was when you were drawing the aqueducts. It was just left over.
Oh, did I miss piece part of the aqueduct?
Yeah.
Did I ping it again?
If you go all the way down to the bottom, it's basically
Just literally scroll down to the airport.
Oh, yeah. Let me go to the GM layer.
It's just a little extra piece left over.
So now you can see the whole thing, right?
No. We don't see the whole aqueducts. We just see that one little section there.
Okay, hold on.
So no, we talked about them a while back, and you
There
drew
we
it.
go.
Obviously.
So what layer is that on? Oh, that's on the maps layer. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if it'll be important, but...
Okay.
Come on. Select everything. I don't seem to be able to select it. It's fine. Did it disappear?
Yes.
Yeah, it did.
So, well, all of the aqueducts are gone, but yeah.
Yeah. You guys don't want to see the aqueducts anymore. It's okay.
Yeah, I mean,
We know
it's
where
fine.
they are. It's good.
If they become more important, we can put them back.
Right. That's the idea.
So, I assume we're starting at the inner sage or somewhere. Where
Yeah.
do you want to start?
Let's start at the inner stage. So Thomas
Only
wants
place that
to
makes sense.
go to the inner stage. Thomas, how did you track down Janice after all these years?
I mean, like, maybe I just sort of researched anyone who I remembered from high school who might still be in the city or whatever. Like, it wasn't exactly something that was easy on me.
We've already been here once before, haven't you?
Yeah, I think he was.
I'm not gonna come.
I think he was talking about initially.
I mean, how long have you been out of high school? I mean, you could better a high school reunion or something and caught up then. But I don't know how long
Yeah.
you've been out of high school.
I think my character is 24 or something. So
Oh, well, no high school reunion yet.
yeah.
No high school union? Sorry, I'm getting yelled at to come to dinner and I'm not going to dinner, so I half missed that conversation.
No worries. We're trying to figure out how Thomas found you for the first time after high school.
Would you have had a reason to go looking for an apothecary or something like that, and then have realized that it was run by someone you knew from high school? Or would you have specifically sought me out as someone that you knew from high school?
The latter.
I mean, maybe you called my parents. Like, you had my house line from when we were in high school, and on a lark, you just called their house line, and they still had the same number, and then they were like, oh, of course, yes. Little Thomas, I remember. You were such a sweet boy. Here's her information, or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, that works.
And why did you try and contact them?
Why did I try and contact?
Just because you
mostly
wanted to be
because
friends?
I'm like super lonely.
Okay.
Just bored.
So you're super bored and looking for a friend. Cynthia is there because she's managing the shop.
Yeah.
Why is Axel there?
I go there from time to time to get English lessons.
So you're here for an English lesson?
Probably.
From who?
From
Cynthia.
me.
From
Janice, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Cynthia doesn't... Does Cynthia need English?
No,
I mean, maybe.
I mean, that's like at least old English.
She speaks like a little bit broken English occasionally, but it's fairly good. Like, she's been on the streets for like a good 2 years, 3.
Sure.
So like she's picked up like she might slip into like old English idioms occasionally, but that's like she might actually say like hell's bells and shit. Like I know it's like bullshit, but like she's from an era where that would be said.
But I mean, at least your native language was English. Mine was German, so I needed a little more help.
Okay. So you guys are there. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to put you guys all together. I'll let you guys, have your meeting and stuff. And then I'll complicate things.
Okay.
Here's the secret thing that's great about Dresden Files. Whatever you do, don't wait for me. Like, if you have an idea for something that happened in the story, don't wait for me to hint at it. Just say, I want this to happen, and spend a fate point. Okay?
Okay.
Alright. So, here's what happens, Thomas. Remember, you are not feeling very well.
Yeah.
But yeah, you come up to this potion shop. You were here a week ago, and Cynthia soul-gazed you, which was really weird and creepy. But now you've worked up your inner strength, and you're here again. What does the inner sage look like from the outside?
Kelsa's supposed to answer that question, right?
Yeah, Kelsey.
Oh, I'm muted. I'm sorry. I had started talking. Like, I went off on this whole thing.
I'm sorry.
I'm just sitting here patiently waiting.
I forgot I'd muted myself. I'm sorry. Okay, starting over. So I've got actually like a kind of an idea. There's like this store in downtown Sacramento where I live that I kind of get the feeling it's sort of like, it's like on a corner, I picture, and it's got like 2 or 3 steps up to the front door. And you can see like on the outside, there's like, the windows have like stuff in them and like curtains, and there's like, it looks like an apothecary, like you would see on, in Harry Potter in Diagon Alley. It's, it has like weird fetishes and like, bone arm sculptures and like crystals and stuff in the windows, and
a bunch of like herbs hanging from the ceiling.
Yeah, totally. And like the front door is like a bead curtain most of the time during open hours, and with like one of the bead strings is actually a string of bells, and it's very kind of touristy almost. It's got a big sign that says the Inner Sage, and then it has like, then it has like the Square logo indicating that I can accept Visa, MasterCard, and whatever, like on a sticker on the door. But then it also has like painted in like gold leaf or whatever. Curios, cures, and
curiosities.
And curiosities, yes, there we go. Curios, cures, and curiosities. And there's like one of those like no backpacks signs and everything on there. My dinner just arrived and it's a mess.
Nice.
Okay, so yeah, that's how that goes.
Kind of reminds me like that the palm reader shop. This is palms right here, like neon sign that's flashing.
Yes, it's like that, except they don't do palm readings.
Exactly.
And in fact, there's probably like something on the sign. It's like, no, I don't do palm readings.
If anyone was to do those, that'd be me.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe you're trying to convince me to let you do palm readings in my shop.
I'd be interested to learn. I mean, like, yeah, that's
And I'm
something
like, no, that's
you could fake
bullshit.
it. At least seances, maybe.
Okay.
Fake things. Do you sell love potions? Let's get that out of the way real quick.
Hell no.
Okay.
No.
Good to
Not
know.
happening.
Just wanted to get that, like,
this
piece
is a
of
stand-up
information.
shot. This is a wholesome.
Would you guys be okay
wholesome
if
shot.
I took off my headphones so that my fiance can hear what's going on? She hasn't been able to see me all weekend.
Oh, sure.
I'll keep myself muted so there's not weird-ass feedback, but yeah.
Okay.
Alright, y'all can say hi.
Howdy.
Hi.
Golden, are you muted, by the way?
You are muted.
I was muted when you said hi, Neil.
That explains it.
Yeah, like, yeah.
So, Janice, are you like teaching in the back room or something? Or are you on a stool and by the counter?
Probably in the main area.
Okay.
I figured that
You don't
there's
want to
like
leave the floor unattended.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
I'm there at the
I've
floor at the very least.
Yeah, I got Cynthia to do that now, but like we kind of fell into a habit. Well, I don't know how long Cynthia been there, so she's probably been there longer than he has.
Probably about a year.
But
Yeah, I've been here for a while.
okay, like I figure there's like a back room for like personal counseling, like for if I'm doing like I'm making a potion for someone for something specific. We probably go into that back room and Cynthia watches the counter. There's like old style couches and like
Okay.
like a tea service tray and stuff.
It's funny because I asked about love potions and I was muted, so nobody heard me.
Well,
Somebody
no.
else brought it up for you, so it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. That's why I was
Look,
confused. I thought I was unmuted. Oh, love potions. Somebody else heard me.
No, I will not make love potions, but I'll make other kinds of potions.
Okay.
But not love potions.
All right.
That's just not right.
Make hate potions.
Yeah.
Somebody else said that too, but eventually he did it.
Yeah, well, we'll see.
Look how that turned out for him.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
All right. So Thomas, you come up to the shop. I guess you just go in.
Yeah, I accidentally brought a backpack, so I take that off, put it somewhere.
All right,
and
you
then
leave your
just walk
backpack.
in.
See me like trying to sweep the twigs off the floor to no avail because there's too many herbs and shit.
So what's Thomas look like?
Probably professional. Like, not professional, but, wears a suit usually. Is trying to look like a lawyer even though he hasn't one yet.
Okay.
The kind of thing, dress for the job you want.
Sure. So you're actually wearing a suit, right? That's the school uniform?
Yeah.
All right. So it's just dress up. It's not like a full-blown uniform.
No. It's
Okay.
just like business suit, that kind of thing.
Cool. What's Cynthia look like?
What like season is it? Like, is it cold or hot or what?
I'm going to say it is winter, but this is winter in California.
But
Yeah.
still,
So
you're
it's
living
like
on the ocean,
60
so
or
it's not like
70.
freezing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
was just
60
curious.
or 70.
Okay. Then she's probably in like a just like a long sleeve like red shirt with like the sleeves kind of rolled up to like maybe her elbow, a little bit like below her elbows. She's probably in like just like kind of like work like jeans, probably flip flops. Like she's dressed like she's working and in a store where it's not like professional code or anything. Like she doesn't have to wear a uniform or anything.
Right.
But she's like still kind of has a bit of like the like it's hot enough to where like most girls are probably wearing tank tops, and that like she's a bit uncomfortable with that still.
Yeah, it's like it's too much skin.
Yeah, it's like she's just it's not a thing she does yet. She's fine if other people do it, but it's just weird for her.
Yeah.
I figure it's probably always like a tad on the warm side inside the shop. Like, got like dark windows closed and stuff, but it's always just like, I would say like mid 70s in the shop. Like,
Yeah,
It's a little warm.
Okay. Which is
Which
a little bit warm, especially in the winter. Like during the summer or whatever, it's probably about average, but it's always a little bit on the warm side in there.
Which I
Cozy.
think Cynthia's like vocally kind of against, because she's like she very much likes it cold because it gives her excuse to wear more layers. But yeah, she has other than that, she just has like bright like blue eyes. I'd say probably like I'm trying to think of the like black hair is probably the most common back then. I kind of picture her as a redhead though. So
I mean,
just kind of like
what country did you come from?
well, she was actually in like the Salem witch trials. So
Yeah, but
Well, I mean,
everybody
what-
came
what-
from Europe.
What
somewhere.
country did say? It's like, yeah, you're England, Spain. I don't remember what country they imported Salem from.
I don't think I don't remember. So I'm just gonna go. She's a redhead with like dark red hair though, like not
Okay.
like a
Awesome.
and it's all
Yeah.
wavy. Kind of
She could
pulled
even be
back.
like a redhead that has dyed her hair black or something like that.
No, it's red.
Yeah, Salem's like New England, so it'd probably be Irish or Irish/Scottish with red hair because that was
Yeah.
usually the immigrants they got around that time.
Sure, let's go with that.
Okay. You know more than I do, apparently. So Thomas and Cynthia, like, they see each other, and they had this encounter
yeah.
earlier that wasn't entirely positive.
Yeah, like I don't know. I look different than like the week before. It just looks like if I had gotten beaten the shit out of, but instead of having any bruises or whatever, I just have it internally.
Your eyes are just like sunken in.
defeated.
Yeah, just bloodshot eyes, sunken in, just ow.
Hello again. She's just kind of like sweeping, like she like sweeps twigs out past you.
Oh, hi, is Janison?
She's in the middle of teaching someone. Do you need something?
I just wanted to talk with her. I remembered her from high school. She was a friend.
She's in the middle of something. I could go and get her, maybe, if you want.
I'm fine with waiting. I don't want to intrude on anything.
It could be
Is
a
there
while.
chair?
I look around. Are there stools or something in here? Kelsa?
In the main hallway.
No, in like the
I mean,
store in general.
For the store. Yeah, I don't know.
I mean,
Doesn't
I
seem
would
like the
imagine
store
there's one
you'd sit around
behind
in.
behind like cash registers or something.
Yeah, I think there'd be something behind the counter, but not like for sitting idly behind the cash register, but like at like a potion station or something. But you could
Yeah.
like move around for him, I guess.
So yeah, I do that. I like put the broom up against the counter, and I pull out this like I imagine it kind of almost like it's a leather chair. Like it's like an actual good chair because you don't want to go rolling around while trying to make potions, and you just want to be sitting there. So it, like, scrapes against the wood a little bit, so I have to lift it and turn it and kind of gesture towards it. I'm like, sit here. I'm just gonna tell her you're here. And she goes to talk to Janice.
All right.
So I'm sitting in the back going over English with Axel. I don't know, like, would we have like flashcards, or would there be like something you specifically were trying to learn?
I assume it's like weekly. It's like every week it comes by. It's like I'm trying to figure out like some word like I need or something that's puzzled me for the week. And I don't imagine it's flashcards because I imagine my written English is a lot worse than my verbal English.
Fair.
Like I was probably like doing some like jobs. Like they told me to go get this thing or go retrieve this thing, and I didn't know what this thing was, and like trying to convey to you, like, explain this word to me.
Maybe you have like a note card. You write stuff down phonetically when you hear it.
Yep, and it takes us like half hour to figure out what I exactly meant and like what that word actually was.
It's just a lot of figuring out what people like. This is our word for the week, or words, or whatever. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah. And we figure it out, and we get to the bottom of it, and I teach you some other random stuff, like, based on whatever I have around the shop. It's probably pretty useless, but like witch hazel and broom.
So I know like a lot of medical, not like herbalism words in English.
A bunch of herbalism
and slang,
a bunch of
basic,
magic,
like, conversational ones.
I mean, minimal amount, but there's still conversation in there too. So. Yeah.
At this point, I've learned how to carry on a normal conversation in English. You use like complex or obscure words, I'm not going to know what you mean, but I can carry on a conversation in English at this point.
Yeah, and I'm pretty good at teaching you the less complex stuff. So, yeah, so that's probably what we're like. I think that's probably a good place for us to be. Like, we've just figured out what you the word you had scrawled on your piece of paper, like what it was supposed to be, and then I'm like explaining it to you. It's like, I don't know, catalytic converter or something.
Yeah, like some super complicated term, like technical part or some like computer part or something. It's like,
yeah. Catalytic converter is a car part, but I don't know.
Okay, similar idea.
Yeah, they probably sent you to go get a catalytic converter for a pawn shop. Maybe you lost to sell
and I had no idea what this is.
So, Cynthia, you want to sell them?
Yeah, so I just kind of like knock on like a wooden post or like part the bead curtains or what the fuck ever.
Yeah.
So I'm just like, Janice.
Oh, Cynthia, hello. There's something at the front need my attention.
A man has come to see you. He says he was a friend of yours in high school, I think. I don't know.
Well, that was quite a while ago. All right.
Shall I retrieve him, or do you want... She's just kind of like shrugging at you, like, I don't know what to do.
I was like, I'd already stood up, and like I glance at Axel, and then I glance at the front, and I'm like, Axel, will you be all right back here for a moment?
I'll be fine. I can wait.
All right, I nod and I bustle out to the front of the shop, and what are the chances that I recognize Thomas? Like, how much have you changed since high school? It's been, what, like 10 years? 8 years? Wait, hold on. 8 years.
Yeah, I mean, Thomas, I don't imagine Thomas changed much. Maybe has, like, facial hair that he shaved or whatever now. but basic body proportions and facial structures about the same.
Because we determined that I was a senior and you were a freshman. Was that what we determined?
Yeah, I think so.
Which would make your character like 22 now? Is that right?
Like, I think 24 I thought my character was.
Oh, 24? Okay. I was just trying to remember, because I think we determined that my character is 26.
It's okay. He could have been a young senior and he can be an old freshman.
Oh, yes, that's fair. As I was trying to think about it, where's my...
It's pretty common. I had a lot of trouble getting into school myself, because that was in December.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
It doesn't matter. I was either 26 or 28. I thought it was 26, but it's just, yeah. Okay, anyway, so yeah. So yeah, I look and you look so much the same, and maybe that's what throws me off. And I do like a double take, and I'm like, Thomas?
Yeah. I didn't want to interrupt. I'm sorry if I interrupted anything. I just wanted to...
you look exactly the same. And Janice obviously does not look the same. She's plumped up a little bit. Like, I wouldn't say that she was skinny in high school, but she was more...
Kind of like her metabolism's like slowed down since high school.
Yeah. She's kind of like got a rounder bottom, and she's wearing this was fairly common for her to wear in high school, but it looks even more right on her now. She's wearing like a multicolored, multi-layer maxi skirt. She's wearing a kind of peasant blouse style that's sort of open in the front with a lot of bead jewelry, both on her wrist and around her neck. And her hair is about mid-back or so, and it's pulled up into a loose braid, but you can see one lock of hair from behind her right ear, and then going back through her braid is green instead of brown. And she like walks over to you and just she opens her arms wide for a hug. Like, she hasn't seen you in years, but she's totally a hugger. So she walks over and is like, just like, well, I never would have expected. And so she's just open wide for a hug if you are willing.
Yeah.
She won't force it on you.
Thomas goes in for a hug, but it's just like super awkward. Just one of those hugs where it's just like his arms are wrapped around and he like pats you on the back or whatever.
Can I pause things for a second? Kelsa
Sure.
is your lover, and Janice, is it true love that they are in?
Oh, is
You'd
it?
love.
Is it true love? It's up to you.
Is it
Yeah.
possible to have true love between a fucking
It is possible,
apparition?
but
in
it
your
is up to
mind?
Kelsa if it is
I mean,
actually right now.
Oh, that's a good question. I hadn't thought about that. Huh.
So
Because it's also that like it's
No.
true love, but also like physical contact too. So can you have physical contact with this thing? Like technically, so it's also a thing.
you
Huh.
said no?
I'd say no.
Okay. Maybe later it will be, or maybe somebody else is for true love.
Yeah, I thought about it a lot, but I'm going to go with no. So.
Okay. So nothing bad happens to Thomas. He doesn't start on fire. You guys have a nice, comforting hug.
I'm like, I kind of like as soon as he goes to touch her, I kind of take a step forward, almost defensively, because I've seen and I know what he is. I don't say anything yet, but I do like. I kind of make my presence known just by maybe like tapping my foot a little bit or something. Just kind of. I'm not trying to like interrupt, but I also am.
It's like one of those awkward coughs that you're like,
yeah, essentially, where she's trying to like obviously get your attention without seeming like a complete like just without being rude.
Oh,
Gotcha.
I'm sorry. Did she need something?
I was simply wishing to speak with Janice for a moment.
Oh,
Okay.
Well, go ahead and have a seat again, Thomas. I'll deal with Cynthia here, and I'll be right back.
So I think I step back behind like into the back room or like into the hallway of the back room. So we're kind of in between where Wes and Thomas are. I'm just like, I did not know you were friends with a demon or demonling, whatever.
I give you an odd look, like, what?
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to mention. I've seen this boy before. He walked in a week or so ago.
He was looking for me. Why didn't you say anything, Cynthia?
Mate, please. I've explained how the soul gaze. I think you explained, right? I told you that. When he walked in, we met eyes, and I saw into him, and he into I. He's not human. Not fully, anyways. No, I mean, he's not a complete monster, but it's there.
My face is kind of scrunched up in concentration, and I nod because I believe you, but I also want to give him the benefit of the doubt. I
mean, I'm not trying to tell you not to see him, and I'm not saying he's out or dangerous yet. I don't know anything about the young man. It's simply that he is not human. That is all.
All right, I nod again. Thank you for your concern, Cynthia. I'll keep that on the watch out then. And I pat you on the shoulder and head back over into the room.
Okay, she kind of like nods a little bit to herself, like, yes, that went well. And then I guess she goes to make sure Wes is okay, because we just kind of ditched him.
Yeah, I mean, you probably like, depending on how long you left me, like 10 minutes or so past, you probably like see me picking up my things and kind of like pacing back and forth in the back room, just
that's probably like
waiting for somebody to show up again.
That's probably like a good 4 minutes, maybe. It seemed like that wasn't very long.
Yeah, it wasn't.
Really kind of I mean, you probably see me like pacing in my like small jacket and this PVC pipe with like a handle sticking out, sitting in the corner still though.
Yep.
Not sure what that's for, but okay.
Can't leave home without it.
Wes, were you done your lesson for today, or did you have more?
I'm not exactly sure. She said she was coming back, so I mean, if we're done, I guess.
If you have any more questions, I may answer them. She's a bit busy currently. She's met a friend again. I'm not sure of the situation. They said high school, I think. She shrugs.
So I'm trying to explain this car part about you. Do you know anything about cars?
No.
So this is probably like an ordeal. It's like I slowly like sound out this word that we just understood. Well, what some kind of car part, something capacitor. It's like, what is this?
As soon as you say capacitor, I just think flux capacitor. So
yeah, that's what I'm thinking of too, and I don't remember the real word.
I'm I'm sorry. As you may, do you know where when I'm from more accurately? Have we talked at all?
No, I mean, you saved me from a fire at some point, but I mean, we haven't really had a little conversation about much.
I'm sorry, I'm not familiar with present technology. I think it's not a. If that is, it sounds complicated.
If you try to start explaining like time travel in English, I'm going to get real confused real quick.
I'm not going to. I'm just like,
Okay.
I'm sorry, I don't know present technology. I'm not, it's not a, I haven't been exposed to it enough, I suppose.
You and me both. I'm trying to learn as well.
Laugh. It's, alright, well.
Like, one of you guys probably see, like, an auto repair manual laying around. Because Kelso probably has,
like a car manual. I'm, like, looking for pictures with this word, like, phonetically spelled in it. There's no pictures.
Probably had one out that we've been going through about it earlier.
Yeah, I'm probably going through it looking for pictures. Like, if I can find something that has the picture and that word together. If not, I mean, I just can't read like a whole book.
Do either of you have a scholarship skill?
Give me a second.
Yeah, I think I do actually. Maybe
I don't have scholarship. No.
Right.
I have investigation, but that's not really the same thing in this case.
No. Also, I added a resource called the Skill Digest, and I tried to, digest down all the skills.
So I got rid of it for presents. So.
All right. Well, one of you can make a scholarship roll at +0.
Okay.
I'd be helping. I think I'm not trying to find the information for him, but I'm trying to help as best I can.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. Do I get a bonus from him helping or her helping?
Golden.
Well, I got a 1 if she did not help.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted again. Is Cynthia helping?
Yeah, she's trying.
All right.
So I got a 2 then.
Well, here's how it actually works. Apparently, so you're going to add a maneuver to her. So go ahead and you roll +0. Okay, so you're not able to help.
No, I'm like, this is all very confusing. I'm sorry.
I mean, I kind of imagine with the 1, I found the picture in the book.
Yeah, it's not that hard.
I found it. I show Cynthia. It's like I found it, and I look like super proud of myself, but I still don't know what it does.
Yeah, an average just fine.
And it's perfectly good English, but neither one of you. It's all techno mumbo jumbo, and neither one of you actually can figure out what it means.
I'm proud. I found the picture and recognized the word.
I can read it all, but no clue what any of it is. I'm like, because I'm trying to decide, like, I don't know the there's different types of Old English, and I don't know where that time period lands on that spectrum of English. So I don't know whether I'm supposed to be saying, like, fucking your or shit or not.
I think Salem was before English was really standardized at all. So, like,
you can... What you want.
Cool. So yeah, I'm just like, I'm sorry, I haven't an area clue. You should go ask Janice. She's with a friend, but you could still ask. Maybe meet him. He is... just be careful around him too, actually.
I know. Is there like pen and paper around? Can I like make a quick sketch of this thing? Like so I can recognize it later?
Yeah, probably.
I mean... My first instinct was to tear the page out, but I'm pretty sure she would not like that.
I mean, that's my books before, and I give you a proper dressing down.
Okay. I'm pretty sure I learned my lesson. Don't ever do that again.
Yeah, that happened once, and then it was like,
no, just
okay.
No.
So I probably like hold this page, like go to the front, to look for Janice, like I found it. Now I need explaining what this is.
Okay. And by that point, I've had a few minutes to have talked to Thomas, I think.
Yeah, I talked to Thomas some.
Yeah.
Well, Thomas, what brings you out here? Did you need some of my services? Now, I know this looks like a kitschy little tourist shop, but I assure you, I do know what I'm doing with a tincture.
I mostly just came out here looking for a friend. I don't know, college has been kind of lonely. To be honest, I haven't really heard much of potions being of any use to anyone before.
I kind of smile.
No. Yeah.
Well, if you're having anxiety or need assistance focusing, that is something I could do. But if what you really need is a friend, I'd be happy to be there for you. I remember you fondly from high school, although I think you were a freshman when I graduated.
Yeah. High school and college was just more of the same when it came to high school, in relation to high school.
And at this point, like, I've bustled around, I've, like, sat you back down in the chair, and I'm, like, leaning up against the counter, like, so that I'm facing you, but also kind of comfortable, and, actually, I, like, yeah, that's probably what I'm doing. I'm standing, leaning up against the counter, facing you in this chair, and my hands are in front of me. There's like probably a bunch of pockets in my skirt, and I keep fiddling with something, like putting my hands into one pocket and fiddling around with something, and then catching myself, taking them out, and then my hands wander over to a different pocket and start fiddling with them. Yeah.
That's sorry, I had to.
It's just
the only
like,
thing I could think of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard me describe myself to Tlick's character or whatever, but he still looks kind of beat up minus the bruises and stuff. It's just like he's drained, really.
Mm-hmm.
Just bloodshot eyes, kind of tired type thing.
Well, you look like you're pushing yourself just as hard as you did in high school. Do you want to talk about it?
I tried to make friends with someone on Wednesday, I don't know what I was trying to do on Wednesday. It was all kind of confusing, and I passed out near the end. It wasn't a good experience, although I think it might have been my first date. Is that what dates normally are like?
Oh dear, oh no. No, it's not. Tell me more, Thomas, please. Actually.
Sometimes I'm out, but...
Oh, it sounds like you need more help than I thought. And, like, at this point, I kind of stand up and make a sweeping motion for Thomas to follow me, and I, like, head back to the back, and this is probably right around the time when Cynthia and Axel have given up and are going to start looking for me.
Yeah.
Like, soon as I, like, see Thomas, I get this, like, guilty look on my face, it's like, and I get eerily silent. But I don't say anything else.
Oh, is this the person you were trying to teach or whatever? I don't know. Cynthia said you were tutoring. Oh crap. Sorry. The girl at the front said you were trying to tutor someone.
Well, I like look confused that you would be like that you wouldn't know that her name was Cynthia. Like what? Anyway, and so like that just passes momentarily. I'm like, Oh, this is Axel. I've been helping him with his English. He is the sweetest boy. And Thomas, Axel, Thomas. I knew Thomas from when I was in school. I'm afraid we're going to have to cut your lesson short, Axel. I think Thomas needs a little bit more help than you do today.
I nod and like ask like what the picture is real quick. It's like, then I'll be out of your hair.
I'll look at it. Thomas, do you know anything about cars?
I know some. I might be able to help.
I know what a car is.
Yeah, like, Thomas has a high scholarship, so he might know something.
So,
Sure.
like, scheming, I, like, try to get Thomas to answer Axel's question instead of going to it myself to kind of get them engaged with each other.
Yeah. So, roll scholarship, right H?
Sure, but I'm actually going to compel your aspect. Which one is it?
You mean my trouble, or?
No, your wound.
Oh, drained. Okay.
Drained. So I'm going to offer you a fate point if you try and help, but during it you start feeling worse and worse, and eventually you just faint.
Okay, I'm fine with that. Can I
Alright.
still make the roll to see if I actually know?
Sure, go for it. Oh yeah. You definitely know what a catalytic converter is.
I just don't learn that information before he passes out.
You're like in the middle of explaining it, like, yeah, it's
How do you guys get the stars?
If you go into the character sheet, you can click the plus minus like little bar and it'll roll it for you.
Oh.
yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm just like, oh, well, it connects here, and then he just...
Thomas! And I'll get over and get him laid out on the couch.
Yeah, I mean, like if he passes out, I'll help you like carry him back into like the back room on the couch or whatever.
Give me an empathy check, Kelsa.
Empathy. I have much empathy.
Yeah, then once he passes out, I like relax a little. I'm no longer worried about him recognizing
I'm
me.
actually okay now that he's passed out. Like, this has helped me.
Thomas, roll rapport.
Okay, one sec. I just want to see if I actually have it.
Okay.
It's +0 if I don't have it, right?
Right.
Yeah.
By the way,
You can roll the bar on your character sheet that says mediocre with the minus.
It took place in a... Oh, God.
Alright. So, Kelsa, I will decide you will learn the ignorance is bliss aspect on Thomas, and you also learn that he has a moderate consequence of being mentally drained. Psychically, like some kind of supernatural creature.
Which I informed you of.
Right. But I didn't know that's what you were informing me of.
Yep.
Actually, it's not what you informed her of. This is from in between the time when you saw me and a different end now. So did I... Oh, right, you weren't there, Slick or Kelsa. Basically, guys, basically we did, like, a short thing last week.
Part of it.
Yeah, I went on a date with someone. We made out. It was actually a psychic battle. She beat me because she was a full-fledged vampire, and I was just a virgin.
So, essentially, like, you were, like... A vampire did it, which you are like a baby vampire, so...
Oh,
yes.
actually, you were both baby vampires.
Oh, I thought she, like, had already killed someone, and that's how she knew about the whole vampire thing.
She didn't.
Oh,
You were both just really confused by what was going on.
She does now. Now she realizes what's going on, but you don't.
Okay.
Wait, so if two baby vampires have sex, do they kill each other at the same time?
If that's how he had described what his failure meant, then yes. Oh, I'm going to make this explicit. I will not kill off the characters unless I put a maneuver on your characters. If I say your character has the aspect marked for death, then I am going to kill your character if you fail the conflict. But otherwise, failing the conflict will not kill the character.
Okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah, you're just going to get more and more consequences built on top of you.
Yes. Okay, so I don't have my physical book with me, and looking through the PDF, it's a pain in the ass. So, basically, I want to know, can I brew a potion to cure him of this consequence?
Like a rejuvenation of the mind potion type of thing?
Yeah.
Oh, like a stimulant or something? That might work. No, maybe not a stimulant.
It's a potion. It does what the potion does. That's a stimulant doesn't.
A wizard did it.
Yeah.
I think you're muted, Golden.
Again.
Sorry. So the way healing magic works in the Dresden Files is you are able to heal mild consequences. But in order to heal moderate or severe consequences, you need a stunt. And you don't have the stunt that lets you do that. But I gave all of you 3 minor milestones, and you can spend one of those to buy the stunt. But it'll cost you a refresh point.
Doesn't have a refresh point to use. We'll have one, but I need to keep that one.
So, I guess what kind of... You said it was a moderate?
Yes, a moderate consequence.
Okay. Hold on, let me actually pull up a book.
Sure. You're looking for page 129 for the empathy skill?
Thank you. 129.
And you're using a shouldered cryon to heal this.
Okay.
So, like I tried to explain earlier, like, magical healing is actually not better than normal healing. And, in order to use magical healing, you have to actually have the non-magical healing skill to do it.
So, a shoulder cryon, that's a thing that...
It's called a trapping.
Huh?
It's called a trapping.
Yeah, it's a trapping that's already under empathy, right? Though This is not a new stunt. But he has a moderate consequence, right?
So you should see there, it says, you can use it to recovery from mild social or mental consequences, and then see the stunts. And I should give you another page for the stunts.
See page 220 about recovering from consequences.
No. See page 152. And you'll look for the counselor stunt.
Okay, you have the formal educational or professional counseling or psychotherapy. Your skill can be used to justify another character's recovering from moderate or severe social or mental consequences, provided you have the time and opportunity to provide them with the full extent of your services as a counselor. So, yeah, I could take that.
Actually, anybody could take that.
I will do it.
Alright.
And -1.
And I gave you all 3 minor milestones. And you can use those to swap out new stunts, or if you decide you want new powers, you can get them with that too. And you can also get rid of powers or stunts you don't want to use anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you get more refresh?
Just playing the game a long time.
Yep, you level up. Power level goes up.
Oh, and there's no other way, so I will always be at 1?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It'll be like 8 or 9 sessions probably before your refresh goes up.
Okay. And how do you gain fate points then?
Either doing things that complicate your character that's in line with your aspect and then telling me, or if I try and make something happen to your character. Based on one of your aspects, I'll tell you, I'll give you a fate point if such and such happens, like I just did with Thomas.
Okay.
Okay, so in that case, I would like to try to assist Thomas with recovering his...
So with the counselor thing, it sounds more like once he wakes up, you'll be able to. Like, it's not like you're...
Yeah.
Counsel him while he's passed out.
Yeah, it's like subconsciously just whisper in his ear, it's okay.
Well, now that you have the trapping, you can use magic to make a magic potion and just shove it down his throat.
No, okay.
Let's see here.
In that case, let's do that.
So I would ask Janice at some point, like, is he going to be okay?
I don't know. He seems to have experienced something traumatic, and I want to help him recover from that. Look, can you go do me a favor? And I don't have in the shop, and I hand you a fistful of money that I one of my pockets is my till for when I'm not at the cash register, and I just hand you some money, and I'm I need you to go. Well, I need some fresh Jamaica, and it has to be fresh. If you go down to the little shop on the 2 blocks down, they'll have it.
I when she tells me the word, I get pen and paper and write it down phonetically.
And I make a face, and I'm the good news is it's not an English word.
Yeah, I mean, we've gone over herbal terms, so I probably recognize the term and know what you mean, but I want to write it down so in case I have to remember it or show it to somebody, help me find it.
Yeah, it's a root. It's people eat it like a snack.
Okay.
And they have it at the little Mexican grocer. It's just down the street.
Oh my God. Okay, so you hand me this money and I'll be happy to go get this himika. I say it a couple times, himika. And then head toward the front.
No,
I go and grab my little PVC pipe and my small leather jacket and head out the front door.
Okay.
Cynthia's just kind of standing over, or not menacingly over, just standing over Thomas, kind of just looking at him.
I've already started gathering up some other stuff around the shop, and I see you doing that, and I snap my fingers at you, and I'm Cynthia, put a pot on. We're gonna need hot water, tea.
She does so, kind of slowly, not she's not she's obviously not very concerned about him, but you asked her to, so she's going to.
Mm-hmm. I go. Nope, go ahead.
Okay. I mean, I head down to this little Mexican shop. I assume this Mexican shop, but at least somebody in there speaks English. So I mean, I go up to cash register lady, and I Jamaica. I need some Jamaica.
Yeah, she figures out what you're talking about, and I don't know what Jamaica is, so she does.
It's Jamaica, but
Himika. It's like she said it was like some kind of root. So I mean,
I asked the GM. The GM doesn't know.
I want 2 servings of it.
Yeah.
Like
2 servings.
But clearly, this person knows what Himika is, so they go and get it for you. So that's not a problem.
So I mean, I hand her this whole wad of cash because I'm not sure I've gone over. I mean, I probably understand
American money.
I'm understanding, but I probably don't know the value of it. So I mean, like whatever she tells me, I'm gonna pay it.
Let me see. Is she a trustworthy person? Kelso, do you have the contact skill on Janice?
Yes. Let me roll it. Find out if she's a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Okay, contacts.
Let's just be
fair.
Oh yeah, she doesn't cheat
Nice.
Kelso Janice at all. Just gives you exactly what you need and gives you the money back, and you get these brown paper packages tied up with string. Now,
Okay,
here you go.
I look at it. I look at it. Like, sure, this is what I want. I have no idea if this is really what I want or not, but I take it and hurry back to the shop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they look kind of like sweet potatoes.
I thank her in German instead of English on accident as I leave.
This is all right. She's used to Janice being a little bit weird. All right, so as you're coming back, you see something really strange going on. Like the ground trembles a little bit, and a manhole cover just pops out, and you see these glowing things coming out.
Yeah, I want to take cover, step behind a building or something real quick. So
yeah, right.
They're just shit's going down.
So you walk into the alley, and Janice, inside the store, you feel like the wards of your store kind of shake a little bit. It's like,
well, that's peculiar.
Does it feel like a normal earthquake?
give me a lore check.
I would like to do that.
I live in California. I've been through earthquakes.
Oh yeah, this is not an earthquake. Something has happened that is disrupting the wards around your building.
Uh-oh.
May I roll lore as well?
Sure.
Is this of a magical nature?
It is not of a magical nature.
Okay. Then I do not.
What are these little light things that were can you describe them a little bit as they were coming out of the pothole?
Yeah, so there's this little ball of light, the size of your fist, and it's being carried through the air. You're really far away, so you can't see it, but it's hovering around, and then it seems to see something, and it just starts darting off down the street.
Okay, so it's not like a normal humanoid form or anything that I would think it's normal.
No, it's like a will-o'-the-wisp almost.
Okay, that's what I was kind of imagining. Okay.
Yeah. And there's about 3 or 4 of them that come out.
Are they flying toward Cynthia's shop?
No, they're 3 of them are going up the street, one of them is going around the side, and one of them is coming towards you. But it doesn't seem to have spotted you yet. Give me a stealth roll.
Okay.
Or, yeah, stealth roll is it.
I have stealth. It's just not the best. Yeah, +1. Roll. I don't know if I rolled yet.
It got 4.
Cynthia got a 4? Alright.
I didn't get one yet.
No, Will did too. Oh no, that was you.
I rolled 1, yeah.
Oh, there it is. I just didn't hit Smith. 3.
Alright, so it spots Axel. So you're hiding just behind the corner and watching, and it sees you and starts coming towards you, and you see it's this floating goldfish surrounded in this blue aura, and little thin hairs have sprouted out from it in every direction, and it's walking on the hairs. And it's kind of
it's walking toward me?
Yeah. And it's kind of waving some of them in the air. It's tasting the air with them.
I'm probably gonna pull out my foil at this point and back down the alleyway and try to come out the other side. I'm gonna be ready if it comes after me, but I don't really want to fight it if I don't have to.
All right.
So I don't know what the hell this thing is, so I'm kind of nervous of it.
So you back down the alley, trying to hope it doesn't follow you, but it does. Janice, what are you doing? And Cynthia, I guess.
So it's something's disturbing the wards, correct?
Right.
I'm worried. I think I would probably.
I'd go and poke my head out the shop door and see what's going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd probably go back and check on Thomas, because he's kind of my highest priority right now, since he can't take care of himself. Cynthia, tell me what you see out there.
Of course.
Let me see here. What skill do I want to use for this? Yeah, give me an alertness roll, Cynthia.
Oh, goody. Good. Thank you.
You're good at that, I'm sure.
It's my highest skill besides conviction.
Nice.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Go Cynthia.
So I'm using this as a initiative check to see if you get to the window in time. But yeah, you do see there's one of these glowy blue things going down the street the way Axel went, and then two of them going up the street, and one of them is going around the side of the shop.
These little blue orbs, I think, I can't tell, but they're coming around the shop. There's one going down an alleyway and two going up the street. Should I try and stop them, or?
Stay inside. And then I'll go.
I mean, I could try and stop them from here.
You actually can't cast a spell through the wards. You'd have to go outside.
Yeah, I figured.
I say again, stay inside, and then I'm going to go check around the back.
Sure.
Look out the back door.
Thomas is starting to come back, by the way.
Okay. Then that would probably distract me. I'd stop and check on him if he was coming. He's coming around.
Yeah, Thomas, you don't feel very good, but it's not like you hit your head or anything. There were people to catch you and lay you down.
Yeah.
I kneel, I see him coming around, and he's on a couch in the back room, laid out, and so I'll go kneel down beside him. Oh, you sure gave us a scare there. I can see. I can see the pain in your. And I put my hand on his chest to indicate his heart, and I say, I think I have something that can help you feel a little less drained, but there's something going on outside. I think we need to take care of first.
Well, to say, I think we have a higher priority currently.
Oh,
just lay down, little demonling. You'll be fine.
Demonling?
She doesn't mean it as an insult at all. She just.
I glance at her.
She doesn't look upset. She's just looking out the door.
I kind of imagine you getting this motherly glare. It's how dare you?
I just sigh because I know she's not even looking at me. Will you be all right sitting here, Thomas?
Yeah, I think so. I'm sorry.
And I just I stand up and I pat your hand very, not condescendingly, but maybe you think of it that way, but just in a very matronly way. And then I head out the back door.
So I have a quick question.
Okay.
So how long does opening the site take, by the way?
You can do it right away, but it will take an entire exchange to keep it open.
To keep it open?
So think of it this way, right? one combat round, you open it, and it's opened that round, and then it takes you several combat rounds to close it again.
So we're not technically in combat yet. So I was just wondering if I could open it and get a glance at them.
Well, we're going to start combat right now.
Okay.
Because it's going after Axel.
Then I wouldn't.
Yeah, I noticed that part.
Yeah. Alright, so it's going after Axel.
Okay, so like I'm in this alleyway. Like I assume there's like things littered through the alleyway, trash cans, boxes.
Yeah, there's
something.
trash cans, like boxes people have been living in.
Yeah, so I want to throw like a couple of these trash cans with like my wind magic at it and like run as fast as I can and try like loop around this alleyway and down the next one and try to get back to the shop.
Okay, so you're just running?
Yeah, I want to throw the like trash cans at it with my wind magic first though.
Oh sure. Okay, so let's say that's a maneuver.
Okay.
You're going to cast a spell to do it.
Yeah.
You want to just use your base power? Your base conviction is power?
Yeah, because I don't need it to be all that strong. I just need to like slow it down as kind of...
Okay, then you need to roll over or equal to your conviction with discipline.
Okay, so it's like convictions plus 3, so I need to get greater than 3.
Right.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll that.
I got a 2.
You failed, so you can choose either fallout or feedback. So the fallout means that the power of the spell will be lowered. You won't take any damage, but I will get to make the spell have some effect on the environment beyond what you intended. And
I will take fallout in this case.
Alright, so feedback is you actually taking damage. Alright, so you succeed, like, you shoot the trash can out, but you also, like, break a bunch of windows, and it's like a little tornado just lifted everything into the air and just ripped up all the cardboard. It's like confetti falling all over you.
Okay. So instead of being subtle, now like the whole neighborhood knows, like...
Yeah, like...
There's an explosion from the street, now there's something going on in the alleyway. Okay.
Yeah, like Janice comes out the back door and she hears this enormous loud noise from your direction, and she sees you sprinting toward her.
Yeah. When I see her open the back door, that's where I'm heading.
Okay.
Yeah. Do I see the will-o'-the-wisps on following him or down the other side?
Yeah, you look down the other side, and you see Steve. He's like kind of falling asleep against the side of a building, and one of these weird glowing fish things are like standing on top of him.
Uh-oh. He's a local
Homeless guy. Yeah.
Okay. And I feel like you guys probably talked about him well in the session where I wasn't here.
No. But we did during World Gen. Steve is a swordfish shapeshifter.
Oh.
Yeah, I had the same problem when we talked about him today. He's like, who's Steve?
He's a member of the Outcasts gang.
Okay, gotcha.
But he's a wanderer. He like goes from outside the business and panhandles for his money.
I'll yell, Steve!
Okay, let me see. What kind of role is this? You're just yelling to get his attention?
Yeah.
See here. You have empathy. Do you have investigation or performance?
I have investigation.
Intimidation?
No. Presence?
Yeah, you can use presence for this.
Yeah, I'm good at that.
You're commanding. Place a maneuver on any group by directing their efforts. Okay. What'd you roll? A 0. Yeah, that's not going to do it. So Steve is still asleep.
Do I notice like she's yelling at Steve?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess I want to try to like grab Steve on the way back. But
Steve is like, so imagine Janice is between you and Steve.
Okay, so I'm going to have to run past Janice to get Steve and come back.
Right.
I'm probably going to go out and grab Steve. Like,
Alright, so
I call out him and he doesn't wake up, and I run out the door towards him. Like, I can see I can see that Axel is coming towards the back door, and I just kind of like gesture over my shoulder, like get inside, and then I'm gonna run over to Steve.
Alright, so Thomas, you're like awake by now, even though you don't know what's going on.
Yeah, is Cynthia supposed to watch over me, or did Cynthia run out after,
Were you at all?
Yeah.
I lay down on the couch, leaning out past the wards, and I'm gonna probably try and shoot one of these things, the water pistol thing.
So no one's paying attention to you, Thomas.
Yeah. I told you to lay
Okay.
down. If you don't, that's your fault.
Yeah, Thomas, I want to not just remove myself from the story, but honestly, Thomas would just lay down. He's ashamed.
Alright.
He can't really.
I'll give
He
you a
doesn't
fate
think
point
he
since
can
you're
And
do
not
plus,
in
you
this
don't really
scene.
know there's any weird thing going on either.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you get a fate point because you're not in this scene. Alright, so next exchange.
Yeah, I kind of like, if I see these things, I can't access Roll20 currently,
Okay.
but I lean out and use my like water pistol route and just like, I was Googling it, but my browser is being really weird and I can't close it. For some reason my computer's being...
Looks like you're still signed in a Roll20, even though you can't access it.
Yeah. My browser currently, and I don't want to. I'd have to restart my computer. And it's just a hassle. So if do you guys mind if I take like 2 minutes to do that? Then I can, or we can just, you guys can roll for me.
Well, let's just roll for you
but
this time.
We don't mind
And then we'll
rolling
take a
for you.
break.
If you.
I just use my route, like the water pistol route. If someone can Google like what I shout, just so you know.
What do you want me to Google?
Lance in Welsh. That's what I yell.
Oh, okay.
I can't.
See,
So
Welsh.
I'm just gonna like point 2
dictionary.
fingers at it and go.
And go, I'm a badass!
Wait,
Oh, I can just translate.
Wayfon? WAYWFFON?
Let's
Yeah,
see if we
probably.
can get it to pronounce it.
Yeah,
I'll
click
give-
the little. It's a little. There's a little icon.
Why you
can click.
fine? Why you fine?
Why fun? Why?
Why you
Hey.
fun? Alright. So we'll give that a roll. So you don't
So you
actually
just
have to
kinda see,
roll.
Yeah,
'Cause it's a
yeah,
rogue.
it's one of my rogues. Yeah.
So, what are you trying to do? Shoot it?
Yeah, just hit one of the little like. If I can see the one that's on Steve, I'll hit that one. Otherwise, I'll just hit one of them.
Yeah, you can only see the one, Steve, from the back door.
Then yeah, I'll hit it. I'm on the front door.
Oh, you're in the front door? You probably
Yeah.
can't see any of them from the front door.
I mean, you like saw them
I was
disappear
going-
around the corners of a building.
Yeah, like they went around the building, and then the other two are way down the street. Like they just disappear.
I would have run around the corner, and then I'd do the same thing. I'd just shoot the one Steve.
Okay. So you shoot the one on Steve.
Why fuck? So essentially, you see like there's a short like shimmer in front of her 2 fingers as the water, like the water particles in the air just condense, and then there's a loud crack as essentially just a bullet made of like just water just shoots out of her fingers.
All right. Yeah, you splash the fish, and it kind of gets dislodged from Steve, like it was trying to like wrap him up or something, and it's just kind of surprised by that.
You have a plan. It gives it condition soaked, and I don't know what the other thing does. There's like a set damage or whatever.
Yeah, it takes 3 damage.
Yeah, and has the condition soaked. If it can be soaked.
It's a fish. It likes being soaked.
It feels better now.
Yeah.
It's also like running water does magic shit weird, so.
Yeah, but this is a fairy creature. Fairy creatures do not care about running water.
Well, good to know. Well, it gets shot with water.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's wet. It's a fish. It likes being wet.
So, I mean, yeah, probably at this point, like, I get to the door and, like, put the root inside, but I'm, like, waiting to see if, like, Cynthia needs help getting Steve or not before I, like, make my action.
Like, yell in Welsh.
Yeah, well, Cynthia's casting a spell, and you're going to
I saw a little, like, water pistol go off.
Yeah. What's Janice going to do?
She's at the front door.
Yeah, she's at the front door.
Right around the corner.
So
I'm essentially, like, you guys are at the back door. I'm at the other side of the building on the same alley, though.
Right, so you would, like, hear Cynthia, like, cast her spell and see this water bolt hit the thing attacking Steve.
But we don't actually
You don't see Cynthia, but you do hear her, and I assume you know what her voice sounds like.
You hear me scream a spell, and then there's a loud crack.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm waiting to see what Janice does before I, like, see if I need to actually help her get Steve or just get ready to close the door.
Okay.
Yeah. So I run up to Steve and try to get him away from whatever this is. Like, right. I don't trust weird glowing fishes.
Are you going to try and drag him away?
I'm going to try to wake him up and get him to come away. I'm not going to drag him if I can avoid it. I guess, like, have I seen anything like these weird flying glowing fishes before?
Give me a lore check.
Let's find out. Pretty good.
4, yeah. So these are, like, small fairy animals. They usually just, like, eat, like, plankton and stuff. But you do know they're capable of possessing people if they get inside them.
Oh, we don't want that.
Right.
So, yeah, I definitely am going to run up to Steve and try to wake him up.
Alright, so let's see. Waking somebody up. It sounds like scholarship. Scholarship covers practicing first aid.
Okay.
Yeah, better idea?
No?
Okay.
I mean, it can be a basic melee attack, too. I mean, like, you're, like, shaking him a lot.
Maybe, like, empathy or something might work, because that's sort of, like, you can know how to actually wake people up.
Oh, that's right. He's not hurt. He's just
asleep. Sleep or
try presence again. Try presence again.
What was the presence again?
Yeah.
Sure.
You can try that again.
There we go. Much better.
All right, yeah. So you wake up Steve. Like, you're shouting, finally gets through them. He's like, what? What? What's that?
Come on, Steve. Let's get inside.
Okay. So you help Steve up. Steve smells really bad. Like, he hasn't washed for a week. And his clothes, like, just feel greasy and slimy to you. But you manage to get him up. And the two of you go back towards the store.
Yeah, like I'm like as soon as I notice she's like got him up and moving toward the store, I'm like waiting at the door so I can close it as soon as she gets inside.
Okay. All right. So looks like Click decided to try and reconnect.
Yeah, I think so.
So let's take a short break until he gets back.
Okay.
All right. They'll be right back. I'm going to try and do something. I know I had something I wanted to try and do.
Okay. I'm gonna be AFK maybe a few minutes, so during the break I'll try to be back as soon as I can.
Okay.